ladies and gentlemen, today I'm here to bring you the Would You Rather BookTube edition tag. I was indirectly tagged by Wibka from One Book One Review, and I was directly tagged by Rinsey from Rinsey Reads. The original video was done by Books, and I will leave a link to all of those videos in the description below. So let's get started. Trilogies are standalones. If you've been around for a while, you'll probably already know the answer to this question, and it is standalones. I just am not a big series person. It takes a special story to get me invested in an entire series, and I just haven't had great experience, especially with trilogies, of having a complete story that's consistently good all the way through. And the next question is, if you could only read female or male authors? And my answer is female authors all the way, mostly based on principle alone. But it was a very tough decision because a lot of my favorite series that are ongoing are currently written by men. But ladies gotta represent, ladies gotta represent. Again, another tough one. If you could only shop at Barnes & Noble or Amazon. Again, this was a tough one, but based on my geographic location and the affordability, I would have to go with Amazon. Fortunately, don't have a Barnes & Noble anywhere nearby, so I have to pick Amazon. Plus, I like cheap books and the ability to get them conveniently, even though I do really love the physicality of going to a bookstore. The next question is, would you rather have all books turned into movies or all books turned into television shows? Television, just because I feel like so far of what I've seen, books that have been adapted into miniseries or television shows have been handled way better than the ones turned into movies. The next question is, if you could read 5 pages a day or 5 books a week. I'm assuming that in this situation I live in a perfect world and I have enough time to read 5 books in a week, so that's the one that I would pick because there are just so many stories that I need to experience, and even though realistically I'd probably read 5 pages a day, if I had the superpower and the ability and the time to read 5 books in a week and still maintain my sanity, that's what I would do. The next question is, would you rather be a professional reviewer or a professional author? Again, this isn't a perfect world where I can write, so I would still choose to be a pro reviewer because I enjoy reading way more than I enjoy coming up and writing stories. I like experiencing stories, and obviously I enjoy talking about how they make me feel. The next question is if you could only reread your top 20 favorite books or only read new books. And as most people seem to be picking for this, I would choose to read new books. I don't reread a whole lot of books, and I don't think that I'd be missing out if I didn't get to reread my favorites again, because I can remember and relive how they made me feel through other means without having to reread them, and I would never get to experience new stories, which would feel very limiting and suffocating, so obviously new books. The next question is, would you rather be a librarian or a bookseller? I kind of think the answer to this is pretty obvious, but I would pick librarian, although this one was actually kind of a tough one, but I remembered how much I don't like selling stuff. I enjoy helping people, but I don't enjoy the politics that come with a business part of book selling. Even though I've never done it, it does sound interesting, but there's just so much that goes on within a library that I want to know the inner workings of all of it, so staying around working in a library is right up my alley. And the last question that I have is physical books or ebooks? And this is a tough one, but it has to be physical books. I am not opposed to ebooks, and I own a Kindle and read it fairly often, but physical books just own my heart, and if I had to pick between the two, that's probably the one that I would pick. And now we've reached the portion of the video where I tag a few people. I'm going to tag Katrina from Little Book Owl, Jenna from On the Big Adventure, Ashley from Said the Story, and Lindsay from Lindsay Reads. And that's all that I have for you guys today. As always, please feel free to share your thoughts and comments on anything that I said today down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon with a new video.